Hi, I'm David Lee, and today I'll be diving into how subtitles can shape the global experience of watching K-dramas. The global success of K-dramas like Squid Game or The Glory reflects not just entertainment appeal but cultural export. Yet, most international viewers access them through subtitles. Subtitles serve as a getaway, but they can also reshape tone, character dynamics, and even cultural perception. As someone fluent in both English and Korean, I've often noticed moments where the subtitles don't quite match the emotional weight or cultural nuance. This led me to my main question: how do subtitles affect what international audiences perceive? According to Henrik, subtitles aren't just translation, they are a special form of diasemiotic translation, moving spoken words into written text. Because of space and timing constraints, subtitles usually condense dialogue by up to 30%, often cutting nuances in tone and meaning. In Korean, where politeness and hierarchy are deeply embedded in language, these subtitles are critical. Honorifics, tone shifts, and culturally loaded expressions often disappear or get flattened in English subtitles. To explore this, I looked at how honorific speech, emotional tone, and cultural unique words shift during translation. Using popular K-dramas like The Glory and Crash Landing on You, I compared actual Korean lines to their Netflix subtitles to see what gets lost and what that does to our understanding of the characters. In this scene from The Glory, a junior doctor says, 다녀오겠습니다, to their senior colleague before leaving. This phrase isn't just about physical living, it reflects the Korean workplace hierarchy. It's especially common in formal contexts or among junior employees showing respect, but the subtitle translates it as simply "I'll be back later." While factually correct, this version misses the entire social dynamic. In Korean, the phrase reflects not just intent but also relationship, who is superior, and how formality should be maintained. This is a strong example of how hierarchy and respect, deeply embedded in Korean language, often vanish in English subtitles, resulting in cultural flattening. In Korean, a line like 넌 아주 기분이 좋아 보인다 may seem neutral or even friendly on the surface, but the speaker isn't complimenting someone's mood. They're really saying you're shameless to be smiling right now. This kind of indirect speech is common in Korean politeness culture, where insults are often delivered through socially acceptable phrasing, but the English subtitle says, "You seem to be in a great mood today." That translation misses the speaker's contempt and delivers the opposite impression. This shows how pragmatics and sarcasm often get lost in subtitles. Korean has many emotionally rich words with no direct English equivalent. One example is 정, a concept that refers to deep emotional connection, warmth, and attachment often built over time. It's not love, not friendship, but something in between. Another example is oppa, which literally means older brother, but can also be a term of flirtation or romantic interest depending on tone and relationship. Lastly, 애교, a behavior involving cute speech and facial expressions, is impossible to capture in English without awkward explanation. These small terms carry big emotional weight and their loss affects viewer perception. In Korean, a politeness is built into the sentence final verb morphology. English, by contrast, uses separate politeness markers like please or softer modal verbs. So when a character says 가시겠어요, it's a highly respectful way of asking someone to go. But in subtitles, this usually just becomes "Are you going?" Because English lacks a grammaticalized politeness system, this aspect is almost untranslatable without awkward rewording. Korean speakers often use soft, indirect expressions to avoid confrontation. A phrase like 그건 좀 아닌 것 같아요 is vague on purpose, but subtitles often turn this into direct English phrases like that's wrong, which can make characters seem harsher or ruder than they are. When Korean and English differ so deeply in sentence structure, politeness encoding, and social cues, subtitles are not just translators. They're interpreters. Every subtitle reflects a choice: keep the tone, the cultural meaning, or the literal words. This makes subtitle work an act of linguistics and cultural negotiation. In conclusion, subtitles do more than translate. they interpret. What we see on screen can feel dramatically different depending on how lines are translated. In Korean dramas, where tone, politeness, and cultural nuance are crucial, English subtitles often strip away the emotional richness, turning layered dialogue into flat speech. This raises important questions for media translation and global storytelling. How can we preserve cultural meaning for diverse audiences? Whether it's with better human translators or advanced AI tools, the challenge remains. How do we bring foreign stories closer without losing their soul?